Hello there, it's Whis, and today we're trying the Cleansing with Fire Goblin Brothers deck. The main idea is that we have Goblin Brothers, Twin Flame, and Seizing Song. What does this card do? On turn 3, the us cast Seizing Song to add 5 mana, and then we can cast Goblin Dwellers for the 5 mana to recast our Seizing Song from our graveyard. So we got 5 mana back. And then we cast Twin Flame on the Dark Dweller, so we'll make it another Dark Dweller, and then I can flashback a card for free. So we'll choose a Twin Flame, and Twin Flame with Strive for 3 more mana to copy the 2 Goblin Dark Dwellers. Then we'll get 2 more Goblin Dark Dwellers, and we can flashback 2 more spells from our graveyard. They could be Burst Chain Lightning, him cleansing with fire, ransack the lab, or slaughtering sounds, maybe more season songs if we have those. And then we'll have 4 Goblin Deck Dwellers, 3 of them have haste, so we can attack for 12. And we also recast our enter graveyard, and after this turn we will have a 4 menace, which is pretty good for turn 3. And with help of Sin and Spirit Guide, we can even do that as early as turn 1. The rest of the deck is a pretty normal black-red midrange thing. So we have Hymn Torok, which is a 2 mana 2 for 1. And then we have Cleansing with Fire, which you can target our indestructible lands, Darksteel Citadel, and Draws for Ridge Breach. To also be 2 for 1 with just Ramses, which is not as explosive as Seizing Song, but it's more consistent, and we don't lose to counter spells as much. Then I have Reanimate, which is also very good as Goblin Deck Dwellers, because if we reanimate Deck Dwellers, we instantly get to reanimate another thing by flashbacking this reanimate. And then I have Bright Apprentice, which is the new card for the search type. So it's 2-3, which makes a 1-1 when it enters the battlefield. And we can sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. And we have those indestructible lands, which I think are pretty good, because when we don't need lands, we can sacrifice them to draw cards. And then we have Tonic Giant, which is another thing which can be cast from the Season Song. So for example, if our hand looks like this, we can turn 3 Dark Dwellers into Tonic Giant and throw the killer opponent. They draw cards and kill our opponent quickly. And then there is a Chandra for Artisan, which is another thing we can cast from Season Song. And Sin Spirit Guides can accelerate us. And then I have some filler cards like Sarnadic, Recycle the Lab, and Lighting, and the Slaughtering Sounds. So let's see if the deck actually works this season, or it's really bad. And I'll be back with a wrap up. Alright, we're playing some Cleansing Wild for Dark Dwellers. And the sentence is fine. We gotta turn 3 Dark Dwellers. So let's give. No idea what our opponent is doing. This person usually playing Simic Madness. No idea if that's now. Opponent mulligan, so let's hope that another combo deck, I guess. But it shouldn't really matter. I wouldn't mind drawing a Stack the Lab here. That would be probably the bad draw. Tectonic Giants are pretty good, though definitely could be better than that. I'm wondering if we should not Twin Flame here, because we don't have any spells flashback. Opponent opts. And bottom, okay. So there is the Lumbering Falls. So yeah, I think that we're playing another Twin Flame. I think that means we may just win this year. Play Season Song. Hope it resolves. Oh no, they got a Spell Burst. That's sad. Okay, yeah, I think Control, like Simic Madness, probably not the best matchup. There is a top of land, passes. We drew a Bolt, which doesn't do anything right now, so we pass. I mean, we could Bolt our opponent, but that's not what the deck does. Opponent untaps. Play that land and passes. So we draw a land, which lets us play something. Draw Tonic Gigant. Opponent counters. Mystic Snake. Oh, okay, that might be a bit problematic. I'm not sure Simic Flashes are one of our worst matchups, because they're so clunky when we don't kill on turn 2 or 3. And they do have ways to make us not kill it on turn 3. Okay, they draw Reanimate. Wow, that could be good if our Goblin Dark Dwellers gets countered. Or we could just reanimate our Tectonic Giant. I'm not sure what exactly we should do. Probably just play Chandra. She'll probably die if the attack with Lumbering falls, but then we'll have pretty good turn. Okay, Chandra resolves, so we can pick her up and draw nothing, but at least it means we're not drawing a land this turn. Does they have an ambusher? Oh no, they got an ambusher. And there is an epic ambusher, which means they're dead, most likely. Because now Chandra dies and they will end up with a counter spell. That's bad. And they will make a well, they're not doing anything. So they kill Chandra, sure. And we fire upon it, but that doesn't really matter. The Harbor and makes a wolf. Okay, so now they probably have even more counter spells. With their top land, which is not the best. This on the target creatures we can draw. How we do that? I guess I could kill the wolf and then reanimate Tectonic or that. I guess I would reanimate Tectonic because we have a mana leak and killing wolf is less important. Well, now we can kill wolf. This will never kill Tectonic Giant, most likely. Okay, so wolf dies, I play top lane and pass. And they have another ambush. Oh, unsubstantiate. Well, we'll draw a card. We'll choose a land, I guess. Doesn't really matter. So, Giant Gigant on their hand now. They got another ambusher? No, thank God. Okay, so plays a Yavimag cost and hits us for 6 turn and makes another wolf, so we have to do something next turn. I mean, we do have something. The problem is it will just get countered probably or unsubstantiated. Oh, him? It would help if we could cast. We can't cast him here, whatever we do. I mean, I guess we could him and play Tectonic, but then they have a Lumbering Falls and we die and we jump. So I guess we just try to go for it and hope they don't have another counter. So we play Dark Dweller and I get countered and we hip. Okay. Well, Simic Flash is pretty bad for us. Not sure what it should do. I guess I want dresses take their counters. We don't want sudden dict. We don't want some chain lightning, no splattering sounds. And we can cut. Maybe bring in Sturger or Stone Rain. Yeah, Stone Rain could actually do things matchup. And you can cut our Exilap. We do need some bolts. Maybe not. Probably just try to combat them as early as possible. So I guess this is our boss outboard configuration. Seems okay to me. It's kinda awkward though. Okay, so game 2. You probably need either Kim or return to combo. I mean, this hand could do things. We just don't do anything good. I have all the good cards for this matchup. Like, we just need to find an Imperial Citadel and then it's gonna make. Or we can find a Dark Dweller and then it's pretty good. Fine. Okay, so we have Loose Focus, Colony Ambush, Unsubstantiate, and some other things. So I think I take the Loose Focus pass. Why do they play so many blue cards? Like, this is definitely too good. Oh, it's an instant cast. I mean, yeah, maybe it's not that bad. Okay, so we get to heal our opponent. And we take the lance, so that's really nice. Maybe we should have the rest deck, Colony Ambush, but maybe not. Opponent draws an land. We draw another Colony Wildfire. That doesn't really do much. So we got to heal our opponent again, and they can unsubstantiate the him if they want. But I would just let it resolve, honestly. Opponent does unsubstantiate, so I do want to draw indestructible land here for this Wildfire. Do they get a mana for the Sprite? No. So that means we get a cat. Oh, Braze Apprentice. Maybe we should leave that instead, so it doesn't get countered. Yeah, I think I do want to play Braze Apprentice here. Did they draw a counter? Opponent did not. Okay, so make top turn and pass. Do they draw a land for it, right? They do. Okay, so now they can counter spells with mana value 3 or less. Sure. We draw a Tectonic Giant, which has mana value 4, I guess, so they can just play that, and they can't counter. Oh, they do Memory Lapse. I mean, okay, I guess I can attack them, but this is not ideal. If they do another land, they get an Ambusher. That. Oh, they do not. Okay, I guess it means we go to combat, and I'm not sure what they can do for 3 mana, since there is no 3 mana. I mean, the better meat, which is 3/3. Gotta play Tectonic Giant and pass. 1 taps and skip. Okay, so I got a game 3. Maybe we do want Sudden. Yeah, I think it's not the worst card. And Stone Rain is probably too slow on the play, on the draw, so you could do like this. And hope we get to like turn 1 Dark Dweller or something like that. Opponent is on the play now. And this hand, it can turn to Wildfire, and then it have Sudden Dict and Tectonic again. I think okay, but even though it's a bit awkward, that it can't really do rest right now. I mean, it's fine, probably. It should be fine. What's their counter is like cost 3 mana, like a lot of them at least. Okay, that means it will get rid of our Wildfire. Maybe they have a spell burst, but it seems not likely. So rid of Wildfire, and they do have a spell burst. Well, that's fine though, because we still have a decent game plan here. Do we have a land? Sure. Oh, there's a Simic Spirit guy. That's kind of cool. Definitely do not want to get Memory Lapse here, though. Losing a Simic Spirit Guide for Memory Lapse is really bad. Extract the Duress. I mean, sure, I guess. It's fine. You get to extract 3 Duresses in your hand. So, okay, can't do anything now, so pass. And opponent adopts, so they give the card on top. That is not great, I think. Okay, so opponent adopts again, so that means they can't Mystic Snake or things, but they still can Memory Lapse from Mana Leak. And there is another land. These Goblin Duck Dwellers could be eventually good. We can play it on this turn, but then they can counter, and that's not ideal at all. And the opponent got another counter. What is that? Let's focus with the replicate. Sure. So, turn giant countered. These counters for tribal decks are really good against the Tonic Gigant decks. We draw a Dark Seal Citadel. No idea what that means. I guess we can try to Dog Dweller, Trickster, Cleansing Wildfire, and they have another counter, and sad, okay, sure. So now probably is because we don't have anything. I mean, we can start casting Spirit Guides. I think that's what we actually do here. Because the counter the Spirit Guide is kind of fine. That looks like a Mystic Snake. Yeah, that's a Mystic Snake. Okay, that's fine. So we got a Sada Dig that if we want, but I don't really care about that much. Play it another top land, goes attacking. Hits us with Mystic Snake. Sure, got 18 on tap. There is another Goblin Duck Dweller, which probably will get countered, but I mean, why not? It doesn't really matter to do because you get a lot of counters into the— oh, it resolves. That's not bad. So I guess they're gonna counter this because they can Mesmeric Glare. No. Okay, sure. I guess I will get a— what I need, I can get a Swamp here. And there are another Twin Flame. Well, this Twin Flame would be really good next turn because you don't get a counter enter graveyard. There is a Lumbering Falls. Okay, and they kind of tag this turn. So we pass, reanimate. That's also really nice. So we get to reanimate our Goblin Duck Dwellers. And it resolves, so we get to reanimate our Tectonic Giant as well. Then it will cast Twin Flame on the Duck Dwellers. And flash back the Twin Flame. We strive on the— actually, do we need to strive here? We can just flash back on the Tectonic Giant. And it resolves, and then we Twin Flame again on the Goblin Duck Dwellers. And recast that. I hope they don't have a fog, that would be a bit obnoxious. Like a tank will just beat us in the spot. We can copy another Tectonic Giant. And the skip. Well, that's what's not bad. Game 2 with Lane, Dark Dweller. They're on the play now, and this hand would be actually really good, but we have land, so we have— and this hand looks fine. I think it's fine. We'll Dark Mist Guide on the bottom, so we can turn Cleansing Wildfire with Spirit Guide if we want. On a rare card, we have attack, but I guess that will Spirit Guide Fire. Fine, they will matter, exactly basic, and I can play topless. So we can Dark Dweller next turn, but already that, when it lands. So we draw— I think we just draw Dweller here, but they probably were definitely playing counter about that. Trying Season Song here would be actually really nice, because that go around Melody, double Spirit Guide. We really drew all 4 Dimir Spirits. That's actually okay. I think I might play one of the Spirit Guides, see what the comp has. Opponent says okay, counter is a man fine. I guess now something is not as good, but got a counter. There is a temp. Let's see if they're gonna human as well. They're in matter. So they're a land and ride Dweller. They probably get counter well. Yeah, another mantle. Do you mind a mantle attack? They're really good against attacks. Another land for opponent. So we draw a tonic and but a good red. I think a bass, and then when we draw land, we can summon Tonic Giant and get around Melody. Opponent plays probably a factory hieroglyphic. No idea we would play that card with infection. And there is a human. Okay, so we end up with playing that. And there is a sweltering that. And we draw what? You could play a Melody, but it seems worth at this point. So we probably should go later on. Oh, reanimate will. Well, reanimate probably gets on well. Reanimate Gobblers. Let's see. You get more counters in their deck. They got 4, but we are not bad. And they have a Memory Lapse. Oh, that's actually not bad. We don't care when exactly we need to reanimate them. There is a Div of Sanity. And they have a Lapse. Well, hope they don't attack Memory Lapse, because then getting animated I think it would be really bad. Okay, so we get reanimate. And reanimate our Tornado. Then a Clay Dweller. There's also we cast Wind Flake on Dog Dweller. And then you get cast Watering Song. We got Div of Sanity. And then I can attack them for raid. Okay, this was not a worst turn. It's other token, but I think this is kind of good. I don't think they play Language in their Sanity deck. Okay, they have another Duopathy and passes. And we draw land, combat, and draw. We got removal spell as well. Only has 2 cards. We got attack and can draw. We can get the Clean Wildfire. Go 7, we got Clean Wildfire 3, and hopefully we draw enough land. Okay, opponent life resolve bomb, and draw another Tonic End, which you can have, right? Opponent can have a Div of Sanity, but that's not great because the creatures can die to removal. Unless you have Sanity, but then it just left that. Good anyway, so I don't know what they got. Okay, they got aggressive. I mean, that still doesn't save that. Well, land, there is a Master of Death. Wow, that is also good. And probably will let them do another meals everything. And tap, there is a Goblin Duck Dweller, because bad. And I force them to block, so they will lose their board. Except maybe a Thopter to actually accept them death. So I guess they will like block Tonic with Repair as Master of Death. Oh wait, they can't do that. I mean, they couldn't do Furniture. So it looks like our opponent just lost the game. Yeah, we got to keep. So Sweltering sounds was good in this game, but I think it's actually kind of bad against them. So we'll bring in Durastat. Sodnetic seems pretty mad. Chain Lightning, Green Lightning, and we can doing is Skip Clan. They're kind of good against their deck. Because so many counters and not binary removal, so we can bring in Berserkers, Cutter and Sack the Lab, and Bitra, Giant kind of better than Chandra. So one and Winterall. And this hand, I mean, this hand could do thing. If you draw a bridge, kind of good. I think, okay, but even though it's definitely very awkward, but if you draw a bridge, kind of say. If you draw a land, it's fine, you know? Okay, so if I land and pass. Now I want to draw in a double land. But also, I think I just can't try to see with rain. Top land, please land one time. Chain lightning. So you could cleansing with first, but that does nothing. So I think we just chain lightning our opponent and pass. And we're gonna but this hand really doesn't care about him much, because we have 3 Dark Dwellers, and we can cast either of them when you draw a Swamp or a Dragon's Skull, and move them when you draw another land like Mountain or Riddle. And when you cast one, this hand kind of goes off. So they have a Master of Death, okay. That really like the card. Missile Land keeps one on top. Another Season Song we can have. We could redraw, but that makes it a Spirit card. So I think a pass, and I can discard a Wildfire. Maybe I could just I kind of do want a Wildfire, so we don't or the counters. There is a Garnet Lord of Luxury. Well, hope get a land. Like this moment is really good land. And there's not a land again, so I guess pass. Well, that means we get another spell to flashback with Goblin Dwellers. So we got a red. Bar and Card, Big Creature, and Sing Songs and Reanimate doesn't really do anything right now. So okay, Season Song. I guess I need another grass for the good, or they can counter, like if the counter or the counter or Season Song really bad. There are the Grim Dancer, so maybe we do want Sweltering Sound deck. Probably not in play. I guess it will enter with Menace and Lifelink. Yeah, and another top land. Okay, so we can kind of we draw land. Wow, that's really good. So we got a Seeming Spirit Guide, then cast this, then Dog Dweller, regathers, then Dog Dweller. We can recast another song, and then cast Pony. I'm not sure who that is. I mean, I don't think we have added that, so we'll recast Song, and then we'll have like reanimate for like turn, dawning and pass. So now we can block everything pretty much. The only thing I'm not confident in blocking is County, because they touch, but it took their time, got landed, and so now they pass. We attack with everything. They have 5, they have 10 damage play. So I think we just can attack. We can give a ping that's 14 damage, and then they'll go to 9 with Dancer, and then we'll get. So I don't want to result red. Okay, I will draw. And there's no lands, well, bad, but Flame could be. And let's see how they block. That would be really good next turn, because we can take what? Twin Flame, Dark Dweller, quick combat, and then recast Bolt or something like that. But it tanks it. Okay. So now I guess we can spam. There's spam damage, and we have more than that. I didn't know what Black Burn spells can their deck. Maybe they have pumps. Last card is Hieroglyphic Element, and that gives them more draw. Okay. Attack, Grim Dancer, and so we go 12, and we go to 7 card. Well, it's possible that they just got 3 lands, because you didn't draw lands for a while. That'd be kind of good. So they get something better than Cleansing Water. Okay. No idea what that can be. Probably not. I mean, Cleansing Water is not just a 2-mana country. There's no indestructible lands. So we get the Wrath. So the Bolt is down to 4. Okay. So I guess I would win if they attack more. But now they will lose because they get Twin Flame. I mean, maybe they count the flame? That'd be really bad. Okay, we try to Twin Flame die. Maybe there's also either a cause a flame. And it's good. Okay, so opponent kind of bonded, but maybe know about that. But I win anyway. It's game 3 with Cleansing Dog Dwellers, and we're on the Plague Gun. And this hand doesn't really do anything. Wondering if I should just move it. Yeah, I think we can move. And this hand, it does, yeah, definitely does things, can keep it. And what about bottom? And just land. There's a lot of ramp with Wildfire and have a Sing Song anyway. So play a top and a pass. So when playing some snow deck, could be Simic Snow, could be just any deck, random snow card. So we Wildfire the land, and we got a mountain. And then another mountain. Well, there's a lot of lands. So one got opt. So I guess probably some kind of blue-white control. Keeps on top, okay. No idea what deck plays on lands and opt in this format. Okay, yeah, that's a blue-black control probably. And so they can throw the counter thing turn. Well, let's see if they have a counter, which is not memory lapse. We don't really care about memory lapse. And it looks like a mana leak. Oh, it's Infect. Wow, that's cool. So opponent playing Shoal Infect. Base 5 life it looks like, and guess the beak anticipate. Got a lot of lands. Wow, okay. So I think I might just kill him next turn by casting 2 Twin Flames and hitting them for like 12 or something. Opponent plays a land, and they can cast a Plague Extinguisher and Seal of Removal. Wow, that's actually good. Are they gonna see it right now? Which is pretty good because it means we can't really flame because it's a saw 3. Oh wow, that's really bad. Because we got a combat. So the seal of removal that. Sure. Well, we'll probably lose now. We can't have an Queen Flame because it doesn't really do anything. Okay, I think it's just trick Counter Tectonic Gigant. Wow, that seal of removal was so good. Do they have the combo now? I mean, they blinched, so probably do. Plays land, and there is a solve the equation, or transmutes model the mixture, which is the same thing. Got a blazing shoal, and blazing shoals and we'll lose. Okay, so game 2, I guess we want the asses again, but we do want a chain lightning, and we do want a sudden deed. And they'll bring another sudden deed, and we'll cut a breath apprentice. Got Donic, maybe just cause of Chandra is really slow. Swallowing sounds slow, Braclasm is probably better in this matchup. So, let's hope we don't get infected again. That sealer removal really got me hard. Like, even if it was unsummon, I would still get the card draw from Tectonic, and it could be good enough. But sealer removal is good. Okay, so now we're on the play, and this hand has duress and some bulk. The problem is we only have 1 mana, but like, maybe it works because we don't, like, after duress we have like 3 turns to find answer to our opponents and vectors. And we do have answers, so we just need to find a mountain in 3 turns. That's not the best odds, but it probably works in our favor. Okay, so we get a Durasm, and they have Blazing Shoal, Model the Mixture, Counterspell, Up Monitor. Well, Model the Mixture can find a Blazing Shoal anyway, so shouldn't take it, and we can take the Ponder here. The thing is, they actually only have 1 blue star, well, no blue sources, so maybe they play a land. This really worked for me. They use an island and the compass. There is an Exilap which you can cast, so pass. When on tap to draw a land, they do. And now they got a blight, I suppose. Yeah, they have a blight again, but they don't have the big spell so right now. So I think I might get another turn. But then they'll have Deprive and Model, which is probably bad for us. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have cut a hand. Like, then drawing the island seems like really unlikely. And they draw a swamp, so they can't counter things, but they can probably try to opt to find the big spell. Oh wow, they just naturally drew it. That is insane, honestly. They didn't even have to cast the opt or ponder. Just naturally drew every card they needed. Well, we got not very lucky this game. Match 4 with Cleansing the Dwellers, and with this time we're on the draw. And how much I love this hand, I think we can keep it. So, okay, this hand has a Cleansing modifier, so we probably keep. And hope our opponent is not on some draw again. That probably means that it's like a mirror match, except we have a 2 mana draw 2 and they don't. Top and bad. We drew another land, which is pretty bad. Oh, what is that? I honestly have no idea what it could be. Could be like a murder midrange list. Or it could be some kind of combo deck like Tibalt Trickery. Wait, what? That is a really bad misclick. Oops. I didn't know you could cast it for 0 targets, but here we go. Well, that was... I definitely mean to cast a Bolt Fire here. Oh no, that's so bad. Okay, I hope it doesn't matter. Well, now we're finding not for doing so. Oh no, it's so bad. Okay, well, that's something to know. Oh god, they're already playing Tibalt Trickery. Okay, well, let's hope they get another Tibalt Trickery. So they got Trickery and got some Mill the Mountain, and then they got a Tibalt Trickery, so they thiefed. Okay, so they got a Tibalt Trickery and it fizzles. So now they probably lose. I mean, maybe that means it doesn't matter that we we flame the set. Okay, so opponent scoops. Okay, so Ring in the Res. Color and Sack the Lab. Got Chain Lighting. I have no idea what their payoffs are. Sudden Attack probably could be good against them. Maybe Stone Rain over Sputtering Sounds. Another Stone Rain. We could also bring like Berserkers. Stone Rain. I mean, I don't think Berserker are good because they can probably keep their in stack. Well, I guess it was vengeance for the Infect match. I mean, this kind of stinks. If we draw a Dog Dweller, we just win. And if we don't, we can turn 2 Chandra for our turn. So because the land and passes. Sudden Addict goes up. I think I honestly will not Chandra here. We got that option. Opponent has a land, do they have the combo? They have Comrade Command. And now they can Tibalt Trickery it and hopefully endless one. So they mill 3 cards. Their payoff is Dragon. Oh wow. Okay, they get a Genesis Ultimatum there. So I guess it's a Dragon Storm deck. And they milled 2 Trickeries. Wow. So drew 4 and put a Temple of Abandon into play. Okay, so draw a land. I think I can play the top land. So with the Dragon Storm we can cast Sadden Edict using Simic. Wait, we can reanimate that. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake. I mean, I hope it doesn't matter much. Let's see if it's good enough. Like, it's a 2-turn clock either way, because we can. It actually could kill them next turn with cast the Seething Song, because we play another top land. And put it bottoms, sure. So can well land. It can fire breach the third. Oh wait, it's not legendary? Okay, I think that means we win, because we get a casting song, then twin flame this guy, then fire breath, and fire breath. Then we got a combat, and hit them for 9, and then we exile Simon's Spirit Guide to fire breath, and that's 20 damage. Well, nice Tibalt Trickery, it doesn't work, as they see again. Going into the finals with Dark Dwellers, with Cleansing Wildfire, and I think it's gonna do fine. I can turn to Breath Apprentice, which could be good in some shop, but line it past. This will also be really good with the rest right now. They're gonna do Raz, okay, so I think they're playing Mono Black Devotion. People playing main deck Raz, I mean, I don't really get them. Like, look at these, just Caster turn to Breath Apprentice. What are they gonna do against that? Doesn't that a defile? Doesn't die to... I guess I can heal that's pretty bad, because they have a Heartless Act. Well, most people don't have that, so we can stop her. Well, maybe it wasn't as good. I guess if we draw a land or another Spirit Guide, we could play Chandra next turn, that the Dark Dwellers can cast. Okay, on top, do they have a him? We have a land, and they have not expect. Well, I might have to Simic Spirit Guide, so it sounds that. Yeah, I think we have. Okay, I guess we got on. Good. Well, this deck is really good at not drawing enough lands, because they have only 19 lands. Okay, so land, and they can't do anything. Maybe I shouldn't have Spirit Guided. I don't know. I feel like I'm really bad at playing this. There's a Call Lash, which you can don't tear, I guess. But we get this for 2, and you get it random. So it is Wind Flame, which, okay. Okay, I think I just done it fast. And counter the attack and Call Lash. Okay, so we got draw. Maybe song brilliant. But there is no song. I think we just got land and hope. I mean, I honestly don't think we can win the game. It's a lot of disruption, and I explained them all in 9 lands. Okay, so we got a breach, which I won't have, but then my land goes away, so I can now cast it. And I think we just lose that as a Spectre. Yeah, we're not being that. Yeah, I definitely should have played it differently. Well, Spelldragon Sons is not a card I play in this matchup. Sudden Addict. Bad. I mean, it's probably fine. Chain Lightning. We can 3 Chain Lightning. Bring it into Wrath. Then Stone Ray. Probably don't need Stone Rain against the color deck. Capcom Berserker. Probably don't need either. Color Sack. So the reason I played that way is that most Mono Black Devotion decks have Defile and get Keeper of Malachor the removal spells. Okay, that's probably fine. So Brace of Princess is very good against both Defile and Gatekeeper if it's on turn 2. But they had Heartless Act, which literally not many decks play. With a top land, maybe it's a decent. So I guess we get to turn Tonic Gigant here and hope it does not die. That's definitely a top ask, but maybe fine. So they have a land and pass. Okay, got a combat, hit them with Tonic Gigant, and we get Style, a card. Oh, him to Torag. We could probably him them. And then maybe we get to reanimate something good. And I don't think we need Twin Flame right now. We can human our opponent. Is that God or me God? Yeah, I guess it's a Devotion deck and not Stompy deck. There is a Kick Gatekeeper. Well, that's fine because we get to reanimate their God and kill them. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire is here. We gotta find best. That's it, Raz. Yeah, I guess we can Raz. We have to remove all we reanimated. The Dimir God. Glad I got the human not play. So we have a land and an Arctic Spectre. We got a Gatekeeper. And we on. So we can reanimate our Tonic, but it doesn't really do anything. Because it's like really slow, so I think we just reanimate Dimir God. At least the Tonic is like good against room spells, and they kill in the same amount of time because wait, did reanimate? Yeah, okay, reanimate Tonic to pass. So opponent, wow, the top deck because we had a demigod. I mean, yeah, I think we can wait just lethal pretty much. So we take wild this turn, and we just go to song back, and we do nothing. So I guess can. I mean, yeah, maybe I should go for reanimate demigod. I mean, that would make more difference. Get exile, and there is nothing. Well, honestly, that also is pretty bad. So all in all, I went 3 with this pile, which is not very good. And there definitely were some problems with it. The main problem was that we only have 19 lands because we have 23 mana sources, but 4 of them are Simic Spirit Guide. So a lot of time we get mana screwed and lose. But I also have 27 mana resources if we count the Seething Song. So we often get mana flooded and lose. And unfortunately there's not really a way to fix these problems. Then the other problem I found that we don't often have Dog Dwellers and Twin Flame. The blue-red version I played last season, there were Ponder and Expressive Iteration. Expressive Iteration is now not legal anymore. So you can't play that. So Cleansing Wildfire is kind of like Expressive Iteration, and Sudden Paladin, I mean, in Sack's kind of like a ponder, but we often Paladin Sack because other cards are more important. So yeah, I think that kind of does not work without ponders or similar cards. Then like Breath Apprentice means the potential, then like the rest of the cards are pretty alt. Oh, also Hunted Torek in my Season Song deck is pretty awkward and I don't like that. Rearmament is good. And then Sabard is kind of bad, but whatever.